तरफ से synergized. We want all your activities, your endeavors in life are always super energized the way you are.
Namaste Indira ji. It's an honor for us to have you on the inaugural month of SYNERGIZE magazine. SYNERGIZE is a weekly fashion and lifestyle magazine, and it's really our pleasure to have you. So to begin this interview with, I would like to know, Indira ji, the real you, the real Indira, your original story. Can you tell our viewers a little about that?
That is going to be a very long story, Shobha.
Very short.
But yes, the real me is a woman with lot of zest, lot of zing, lot of art, lot of talent, lot of skill, lot of clarity, lot of abundance, which I'm really thankful to the Almighty. I'm thankful to my mother who has given me birth, and because of that I've got the opportunity कि मैं ये एंटरटेनमेंट फील्ड में अपना पाँव रख पाई, और आज मैंने जो जितना भी नाम कमाया या जितना भी, फर्स्ट आई गिव दैट क्रेडिट to my mother, and then I give the credit to the Almighty, and of course my fans and well-wishers and all the loving people who are attached to me. And I love my critics the most, who have always kind of, some of them have pulled me down and some of them have pulled me up also.
Exactly.
So I think it's very important to have the negative and positive. So I am a woman with a little attitude in me, the attitude for the good, not for the bad, but if you keep that little attitude, that attitude pulls you to get into your work rightly.
Correct.
And I'm a very conscious actor. Conscious as in I'm a very mindful actor. Whatever I do and I perform, I do it very consciously. I am not she doesn't know work or she's not prepared. So it's a lot of zing, lot of life, lot of entertainment, and 100% of a good actress, what an actor should have.
I'm sure. Can you just throw a little highlight on you as a wife, you as a mother, how do you balance both the things together?
It was very difficult for me when I gave birth to my son Anirudh in 2008, and I remember that Smriti Irani had called me immediately after I delivered in the month of May. I delivered in March end, Anirudh, and May I got a call from Smriti and she said, I am starting a show और जिसका नाम है वारिस, और इंदिरा मैं चाहती हूँ कि उस शो का लीड तुम ही करो. And it was definitely a little bit difficult because I was a little worried कि it's such a big show and I had Ashish Vidyarthi opposite me, I had Bahl Khan, Shilpa Shinde, so it was a very hit and a very strong star cast, and I had to be very sure कि अगर मैं ये काम करूँगी तो of course मुझे 200% देना पड़ेगा, and I cannot mess around with Smriti Irani because I think she was a wonderful creative skills she's got. She's a very strong woman herself. Lekin I'm very glad that she selected another strong woman, that is me, to play that role, because she said after me I can see only you do that. And I got selected for that role, and I had my mother alive that time, to support me, and so I could carry on with Varis, and Varis carried on for a matter of about 7 to 8 or maybe 10 months. It was a beautiful show. It was a short series for ZTV.
Okay.
And that balanced me during that time. That was the growing years of my son, when the child is 8 months and 9 months or maybe just 10 months.
So mom used to handle the...
Yeah, so she used to handle, and then when I used to come back home, I used to take over. So without balance and without support, it is definitely not possible. And of course I give full credit to my husband Rajesh Ramshinge, who is also in the same field, very well known, renowned director. But he has always encouraged me and told me that a good actress like you cannot just be shunned away and sitting at home and just looking after a child. It can be balanced, and I think most of us have been doing it and have been following it so beautifully.
So I am Renuka Bangard, an educationist and a part of SYNERGIZE. Very grateful to Shobha M. Arya to give me this opportunity along with Reema Bahl to be on board interviewing you. The minute I entered here, Indira, you radiated an aura of humbleness, groundedness. At the same time, the clarity within you, knowing who we are, knowing yourself who you are beautifully synergizing with us.
Yes, so nice. That's the biggest compliment I've received.
You know, जब हम सोचते हैं कि एक एक्टर को मिल रहे हैं और वो भी आपकी जो शख्सियत है, आपकी जो एक आपके बारे में जो हमने पढ़ा जाना, एक आप मेथोडिकल एक्टर हैं और आप एक माइंडफुलनेस के साथ आप एक्टिंग करती हैं, तो मेरे जहन में अभी एक सवाल उठा. What inspired you to get into? You know, ये फील्ड आपने चूज किया. आप एक क्लासिकल डांसर भी हैं जी. आपकी मदर एक रिनाउंड डांसर और हम शब्द के प्रोग्राम में मिले थे. I was quietly watching you. She's that Krishnan actor. Look at her, she's so involved, enjoying every minute of that शब्द, जो शब्दावली रूप में जो डांस प्रस्तुत हुआ था. कैसे हुआ ये, आपके जहन में कैसे आया मुझे एक्टिंग में उतरना है? और
so I feel रेणुका जी, ये सब destiny also plays a very important role. As a child, you know, आप confused रहते हो कि क्या बनना है. मैं पहले टीचर बनना चाहती थी, फिर थोड़े सालों के बाद मैं डॉक्टर बनना चाहती थी. डॉक्टर इसलिए क्योंकि always I had that streak of that I want to help people, and I was a very strong person even as a child. You know, anybody in my school would get hurt, I would come with a medical kit. I remember that very clearly. So yes, definitely doctor or surgeon बनना चाहती थी. लेकिन वहाँ से my you know it took a toll. You know how struggle and ups and downs happens, and my father and my mother we got transferred in Delhi overnight due to some family disputes, and that is how, you know, that thing changed my you know the outlook of seeing life. कि हम लोग जो चाहते हैं वो कभी होता नहीं, और जो नहीं चाहते वो हमेशा होता है. You know, so I learned that thing from the universe, that, you know, what I later learned, that I think I was destined to be an actor, and that is why this entire incidents took place, and, you know, I became a polished actor today. So definitely acting नहीं, but doctor yes. और एक्टिंग में जैसे ही मैं घुसी, बहुत सारे लोगों ने बोला कि यार ये लड़की अच्छी है, बहुत कमाल का काम करती है. तो हमेशा मुझे वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से ही मुझे काम मिला है. I did an Odia film for which I won a national state award. Exactly. Suna Panjuri. I think वो बहुत साल पहले था, and that year my father expired. And
आपको ओडिया आती?
तो ओडिया बिल्कुल नहीं आती. तो I went over there and they told me, मुझे तो पहले मैं बहुत खुश थी कि मुझे करना क्या है, मुझे तो एक्टिंग ही करना है. जैसे ही वहाँ गई तो डायरेक्टर ने बोला, भाई ये ओडिया फिल्म है तो आपको डायलॉग्स, तो मुझे लगा 1 2 3 बोलने से हो जाएगा. But it is not 1 2 3.
You remind me of वहीदा रहमान जी भी यही बात की थी. तो एक्टिंग क्या करना है, बस जाना है कैमरा के साथ. Lovely.
And then I had an assistant over there. वो तो टीचर की तरह एक आता था, मास्टर की तरह बोलता था कल इतने सीन्स है, 4 सीन्स है आपको डाल. तो मैं रट्टा मारती थी. I was a very good रट्टा master in the school. I think I got my marks because of, you know, my memory is very sharp. So I think that helped me to do the Odia film, and I took it up as a challenge. So it was a very big task, because जैसे ही मैं मुंह खोलती थी तो सब गलत बोलती थी, because it was a new language to me. So the director gave me a chance. He said हम लोग एक दिन और देखेंगे, अगर नहीं होता तो इंदिरा हम लोग आपको रिप्लेस कर देंगे. तो ये बहुत बड़ा, you know, धक्के वाली बात. Yeah. More than that, you know, it was like तब तो समझ नहीं आता था कि रिप्लेस का मतलब क्या है. तब इतना ही समझ आता था कि भाई मुझे कोई काम से निकाल रहा है. You know, I had that thing कि someone is removing me from work.
You have not done your best.
Correct. And I'm not in stepped, and I've been rejected first itself. So that turning point, and someone told me in that fraternity only, a group में से that, you know, Indira, there's this Jagannath temple over there in Puri. They said कि तुम वहाँ जाओ और एक दिन मन की शांति से just take his blessing and come. We all say that, you know, God is only idols, but I believed this and I went to Jagannath temple. You won't believe it, Renuka. Next day matlab I did the 4 scenes in one take.
Wow.
It was some kind of aura, yeah, some kind of what do you say, power, I could say.
Mind and body.
Yeah, both. And my mother and that God's thing. My mother said, see, in life it's only one chance. I've never believed in second chance. मुझे लगता है कि आप एक बार आप रेस जीतते हो तो आजकल बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं कि नहीं दोबारा चांस मिलेगा, दोबारा करो, कोई बात नहीं तुम ये. तो I always took it the reverse. I would say that it's just one chance, and if you lose it, it's not for you.
Absolutely.
Then you have to move on. So I gave my best, and the director was amazed. I remember I got an applaud for my first scene, which I did opposite Siddhant Mahapatra. He was a very big star. That time he was Salman Khan of Odisha. He's a very big MLA today. So मैंने जैसे ही दिया, they all clapped, and Siddhant was amazed. He said, "My God, you just did it," he said. And from the entire cast, I won the Best Actress award for the same movie. It ran about 25 Silver Jubilee. It ran more than Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. It was released that time during Hum Aapke days. I think later आया या पहले आया याद नहीं, but this was in 2000. So it's exactly 22 years today of speaking about Sona Panjali, and the journey began from there, Shobha. It's like वहीं से मुझे वो confidence मिला, and
the power you got.
Yeah, the power.
Universe was calling you.
Possible. See, your phone just rang.
चलिए रीमा.
Reema Bahl, educationist, and these 3 ladies, trio team of SYNERGIZE. I'm so happy to be here, Indira ji. The moment, the way Renuka said, the moment we entered in, I saw your humbleness. It was really heart-touching. Very heart-touching. You are so grounded. Your aura has a certain power in you. Let me tell you. And now when you said, I feel you're such a confident person. So whatever task you take is like without any doubts. कि ये हो ही जाएगा, right?
बिल्कुल.
So theater करते हो, movies करते हो, serials करते हो, सब best है. मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहूँगी. What is close to your heart? Movies, theater, or serials?
Close to my heart is my family first, and second it is of course it is anything related to acting. मैंने कभी वो differentiate ही नहीं किया कि मुझे ये नहीं करना. आज बहुत सारे लोग बोलते कि हम तो हिंदी फिल्म कर रहे थे बड़े स्टार कास्ट के साथ ये वो. I never took that as important. देखिए अगर आप options लेने जाओगे ना तो then you cannot do anything in life. So I was open for all options. That was one thing very good about me as an actor. बहुत सारे एक्टर बोलते नहीं यार तेलुगु नहीं करना, वहाँ का भाषा कौन बोलेगा, मगजमारी है, सब कुछ बोलते हैं, अरे तूने ओडिया कैसे कर दिया, कौन देखता है ओडिया फिल्म. But for me, I took that culture, that Indian culture as a plus point for me. So अगर आप मेरे जितने भी shows और films भी देखोगे ना, तो I have kind of culminated most cultures of India. I did a Rajasthani film also called Radhu Ki Lakshmi. It was based on Beta film, if you remember, Madhuri Dixit's film. And I spoke the Rajasthani also. So I spoke Odia also. Then I've done a Telugu film also. Then I've done Hindi films also. So I feel if you don't keep that barriers कि मुझे नहीं ये नहीं करना वो नहीं करना, I was never an actress like this. But yes, I was very sure of what I was doing, And when you're talking about humbleness and grounding, I think this is all about upbringing. Also, हमारे industry में जितने भी आप अगर senior level पे या कुछ consistent actors को देखेंगे, most of them are like this, I would say that I learned this from my seniors, that if लोग बोलते थे कि अगर आप एटीट्यूड कम रखे और अगर एक्टिंग भी नहीं आती है और एटीट्यूड नहीं हो, एक्टिंग भी नहीं आती हो तो चलेगा, लेकिन अगर आपके एटीट्यूड नहीं हो तो आप सक्सेसफुल हो. You are 100% successful in this industry. And we have great actors in our industry who don't have attitude. They are very grounded and all. There are people who are grounded, but I think their thing is most short-lived. People who attitude.
People with attitude and ego always are short-lived.
Correct.
People who are grounded, they are rooted to earth.
Actually, you know what you are doing, and
Yes.
the clarity is there in you. That's why you're accepting everything, and the universe is also giving,
Correct.
pouring in
Absolutely.
with all the opportunities from all the sides.
Absolutely,
This is
yeah.
It is because there is no no. I think so. There is no no. जो
Correct.
काम आया, अच्छा आया है, ये करना है. This is
And grounding इसलिए Reema, because grounding I feel because of number of incidences in my personal life and number of experiences, जब तक आप वो अनुभव नहीं करेंगे तो आप grounded level पे नहीं आ सकते हो. अगर आप झोपड़ी पे बैठ के बोलोगे कि आप महल बना सकते हो, वो एक सपना है, लेकिन उस सपने को साकार करने के लिए आपको पता है कि आप किस लिमिट्स तक आपको खींचना है अपने आप को. सो आई थिंक एवरीबडी ड्रीम, एवरीबडी हैव द राइट एंड दे शुड ड्रीम. आई फील इवन जो जितने न्यू कमर्स और यूथ हमारे इंडस्ट्री में आना चाहते हैं, वो लोग तो मोस्ट ऑफ देम आई हैव सीन इंटरेक्ट किया कि मैं ये नहीं करूँगी, मैं वो नहीं करूँगी, मैं ऐसा नहीं करूँगी, अगर मेन रोल रहेगा तो मैं काम करूँगी, वरना तो ऐसे एक्टर्स बहुत सारे वापस भी चले जाते हैं. लेकिन जो एक्टर्स जो एक आध सीन भी करते हैं, वो एक्टर्स आप देखिए वो आगे बढ़ चुके हैं.
लेकिन फिर उसमें भी ना इंदिरा, you see there are some of the models that I know and some of the strugglers I should say that I know, उन्होंने ना 10-10, 20-20 सेकंड का रोल किया होगा, बट एटीट्यूड उनका ऐसे रहता है which is more than the main lead also. मेन लीड को इतना एटीट्यूड नहीं रहेगा जितना उन्होंने 30 सेकंड्स का रोल करके they have gained that कि भाई हम we are celebrity, we are model.
See, this is the reason हमारे इंडस्ट्री में ना जब भी people approach me also ना, they say अरे आप तो कैसे आप, उन्होंने तो बिल्कुल ही हमको हड़काया, ये किया वो किया. बट आई फील इट इज दैट्स व्हाट बिकॉज ऑफ few हमारी इंडस्ट्री जल्दी बदनाम हो जाती है. बट नाउ इट इज काइंड ऑफ ओपन, नाउ पीपल नो हाउ यू आर एंड वर्ड ऑफ माउथ लाइक आई टेल यू दे स्प्रेड. तो कोई भी प्रोडक्शन को पता है टुडे व्हेन दे कास्ट दे नो अरे बाप रे वो थोड़ी सी स्ट्रिक्ट है. स्ट्रिक्ट इसलिए हो गई हूँ क्योंकि
I think I sorry to interrupt you here, Indira. More than the word strict, I think you are a very disciplined person.
yeah, discipline, yes.
एक एक्टर, एक उस जमाने के एक्टर्स होते थे जो टाइम लेट आना, they are not prepared with their shots.
Correct,
and they
yeah.
throw their weight around. You are more methodical in your mental approach towards your script.
Yes.
And you are totally prepared because अगर आपने उड़िया से राजस्थानी तक आए, हिंदी भी किया and माशाअल्लाह serials.
Yes.
The amount of
So seriously आप देखोगे तो I've brought in a lot of culture of India. I've done Gujarati, Krishnan Ben Kakrawala, so people thought I was a Kathiawadi, Then I did Krishnan.
I remember
People thought I'm a real Maharashtrian.
I sorry to interrupt you. I never see serials. Okay, that day when we met at Wow function over there in Masa, I saw your sari. I was so mesmerized with it. And Shobhaji told me, "Have you seen Krishna Dasi?" I said no. He's saying you just see her work in that. Believe me, I saw only one episode. I searched here and there.
Okay.
I searched one episode. Now I'm following.
Hooked on, yeah.
So it's so strong, the character
Yeah.
that you are playing. It touches your heart.
Heart.
It feels like as if a real Krishna Dasi, वो जो real है
Correct.
वही हमारे सामने है.
You play the role of being a true empowered woman. हम empowerment की बात करते हैं, सशक्तिकरण की बात करते हैं, बट आपकी हर अदा, आपके हर रोल में, इसीलिए तो नाना पाटेकर
हाँ, ये नाना पाटेकर इसीलिए बोल रहे हैं. हमने पूछना था आपसे ये सवाल कि क्यों नाना पाटेकर.
एक्टिंग स्किल्स से ज़्यादा एटीट्यूड क्या है. नहीं, मैं थोड़ी सी स्ट्रिक्ट हूँ. मैं डेफिनेटली क्रिएटिव लेवल पे, नॉट इंटरफियरेंस, क्रिएटिव लेवल पे डेफिनेटली जानना चाहती हूँ कि मुझे ये सीन ऐसा क्यों करना है और वैसा क्यों नहीं करना. So I definitely, I don't put my foot down, but I do show my interest for the upliftment of the show और वो उसको और बेटर करने के लिए. क्योंकि मैंने आज तक जितने भी रोल्स किए सब कैरिकेचर, मोस्टली normal domesticated lady will hook on to my character because my dressing मैं natural रखती हूँ, मैं sarees बहुत natural रखती हूँ, मेकअप बहुत कम यूज़ करती हूँ, मेरे हेयर स्टाइलिंग्स बहुत ब्यूटीफुल और नेचुरल है जो आम औरतें कर सकती है. Rather than having a puffed bun and having sarees like this and walking, I'm not one of them. I have never tried it and it won't suit me also, I feel, So definitely
You've
I'm
done
more
some
of yeah.
fantastic roles, some dynamic roles in all the web series also that we have been watching you. And of course, I am a childhood fan from you before you even started the career in the industry.
I know.
Yeah. So yeah, you've never tried for Bollywood, Indira?
So right now, yes, I did Tere Naam, I did Tathastu, I did Holiday with Sonakshi Sinha, and but I always felt that when you do big films with big stars and all, the focus goes definitely on the big stars.
Yes.
So as an actor, you can only put your inputs to support that star value. So I can't say that I've not reached there, but I feel that there hasn't been a production house who has actually seen my capabilities and credibilities to get me that kind of hard-hitting role.
I can visualize you more in terms of course, Nana Patekar, so like you said, there is a different perspective to it, but what I visualize is more like a Kiran Kher role, which is like Kiran Kher also.
Yeah,
she acts very strongly
yes.
in which is that film?
In most of Karan Johar's films, she's a brilliant
and she
actress.
also has the same bindi,
Dostana
big
with the
bindi,
mother, she played.
yeah. So I very resonate with
So
you.
that's again, see, like Kiranji is a very well-known person. She knows her work, and she's been in that group
Yes.
of Karan Johar.
Correct.
तो क्या होता है, ये लोग एक्टर्स को इतने बाहर नहीं देखते, वो लोग बोलते हैं यार हमारी किरण जी है, उनको ही कास्ट कर लो. So that way definitely I have lost a lot of opportunities. I won't say
sure,
no,
the life is still on.
but definitely I've like wherever I've performed, I have put in it's like जैसे आपने कहा कि फिल्में क्यों नहीं कर रही हो. Now recently I have just signed up a film with Sandeep Reddy who did Kabir Singh, and with Ranbir Kapoor and Rashmika are playing the lead role.
Oh wow.
And I'm playing Rashmika's mother. है इतना ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, but I wanted to get associated because when Sandeep saw my scene, he said you're a brilliant actress. Why aren't you doing films? So I told Sandeep, आप मुझे काम नहीं दे रही हो इसलिए तो मैं फिल्में नहीं कर रही हूँ. So it's like how you get into that group, then they remember उनकी ज़हन में कि हाँ अगली बार हम लोग इंदिरा को बुला सकते हैं, we can give her a more hard-hitting role. So अभी it's like and नए लोग बहुत आ गए हैं मैनेजमेंट में, क्रिएटिव में, so थोड़े से अनअवेयर भी होते हैं और थोड़े से I would say injustice भी करते हैं कि वो अपने ही लोग लेना चाहते हैं, So that is there everywhere, I guess. So that's how I have lost opportunities. Yeah.
आपकी दो रोल्स, एक थी कृष्णदासी में और दूसरी थी ये चाहती. तो आपके मुताबिक अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, हाउ डू यू थिंक द ऑडियंसेस आर सीइंग यू? आपको क्या लगता है कि जो ये आवाम है, ये जो ऑडियंस है, इंदिरा कृष्णन को किस रूप में देख रही है? डू यू एसोसिएट योरसेल्फ विद कृष्णदासी और ये है चाहती की जो?
I think both है, both because अगर कृष्णदासी की बात करें तो मैं एक देवदासी के बारे में मैंने एक देवदासी को पोर्ट्रे किया है और सभी जानते हैं कि देवदासियों की ज़िंदगी बिल्कुल एक आम औरत की ज़िंदगी की तरह नहीं होती है. So it's a very different life and उनका स्ट्रगल, वो कैसे रहती है, वो डिफीट नहीं लेती है, कुमुदनी वो सच अ कैरेक्टर कि वो डिफीट बिल्कुल नहीं बर्दाश्त करती. And at the same time, ये चाहते was a caricature. Most of my roles, both of these, Krishnadasi और या ये चाहते या कृष्णा बेन खाकरावाला, I wanted to communicate to a woman that she is no less than what she has been trolled for. Most of them उनको लोगों को यही लगता है कि एक औरत होती है तो सिर्फ जन्म देने के लिए, पाल पोस के बड़ा करने के लिए अपने बच्चों को, या फिर बट हियर आई ब्रोक दीज बैरियर्स ऑफ कि एक औरत अपना घर भी बैलेंस कर सकती है और अपना काम भी बैलेंस कर सकती है. एंड I always practice what I preach. So even in my real life, I balanced my work and my house. So मेरे characters बहुत natural है, बहुत ही dominating है, बहुत ही controlled है, बहुत ही uplifting है उन औरतों के लिए. So यही मैं करना चाहती हूँ और हमेशा करती हूँ.
So in a way we could say that you are the epitome of an empowered woman who is radiating that aura.
Absolutely.
You're radiating that aura. And जब हम सशक्तिकरण और नारी सशक्तिकरण की बात करते हैं, women empowerment, you are just commendable.
Thank you so much. My God, that's a very big compliment.
Because we talk about, how does art, culture, cinema, bring society into focus.
Correct.
It's not just reading a book. We see live actors. और आप जो एक significant impact डालते हो, on women, and when your dressing sense लीजिए, आपकी जो sarees हैं, she's also known for a collection of sarees.
Yes, sarees. And I would also mention that when I did Krishna Ben Khakrawala, I've been very, appreciated by Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi also. He was at the FICCI meet and he happened to mention that, and that time he was doing, the FICCI meet had been concentrating on the upliftment of the women's society, which he has really, so he has, what he's preached, he has practiced, our Prime Minister of India, and at that meet he did say, that see today even through media we are trying to, show the upper middle class, the lower middle class, the labor class, everybody that a woman is so important, she can balance work and both together, and that's how Krishna Ben was talked about at that time. And definitely if I get a chance I would love to meet the Prime Minister and do something for the upliftment of our society. I am thinking of doing something like that in my future, but yes, my
Indira, you are also associated with some kind of khadi handloom.
Yes, so I do a lot of, I help a lot of weavers, and I do a lot of social activities for cancer kids. I'm associated to the Vasanta Memorial Cancer Trust in Mumbai. I used to go for their activities, and then they used to have these small fests for cancer victims. I used to try being a part of it, बहुत ऐसे कम टाइम था कि मुझे टाइम नहीं है मेरी I used to cancel off a shoot and I used to go and attend, because I feel if you cannot connect with your communication बहुत important है Renuka in your life. If you don't have time to communicate with people who need you and who would love to see you, then I feel there's no point just being on television and being loud, So I
see the real you.
आपकी आवाम को आपका actually बड़प्पन दिखना होता है. So that is why the communication is a source between you and your awam. Whoever you interact with.
Absolutely.
Even your fans want to see.
Correct. And also like to mention about my son here a little bit.
Sure.
My son has been a state level athlete for Maharashtra and Mumbai. And like we were talking about balancing this thing, I have taken keen interest on his sports when he was small. I remember when he was 8 years, and he used to fail number of attempts to catch hold of a medal. And I remember very clearly that one day I told him that if you don't fall today, you will not rise tomorrow. This was so important, because I passed on these words which my mother had told me. And he said, he told me, Mom, one day I shall be on this sport and I'll get, the gold medals. And after that, it never stopped. Every time he would come on the field, he would get a medal and come back. And then he won the Maharashtra state level championship when he was under 10. And then, so I feel that, even as a mother, I have not let my family down, be it my husband or my son. It is so important to be motivated and get motivated.
Of course, definitely. That is very important. So thank you so much.
Thank
Indira.
you very
for your
much.
time to
Thank
be on
you.
the team of Synergize.
Thank you.
And we are really, really happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Synergize, wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
And keep shining and entertaining the awam.
I want to tell Synergize one thing
Yes,
before
sure.
we culminate this interview. That I was very. I remember when Shobhaji first called me, and I have to thank Sandeep Saporkar for actually connecting me to Shobha. So it is a special thanks to Sandeep also. And one thing very, another very big thank you to Sandeep, because I feel that, like meets like, and when like-minded people meet like-minded people, we create magic. And Synergize is creating this magic through such artists who are uplifting the society and entertaining both. So I'm wishing all of you the very best for the future, for your present, and for the past of whatever you've done. Love to Synergize.
Thank you.